Good day, welcome to Martinez Design in our mixed house development that we are working on. So in this particular project, we are able to do a lot of work by modeling from scratch to this level. You can imagine the way the whole building structures are looking. So for now, what we want to do is to tidy up our floor plan for printing purpose and for the proper documentation, and as well we have for working drawing. So we go back to the floor plan. So this is what we have at the time that we are designing this. So some of the elements we still need to adjust and hide to this and bring them to limelight. So before we go on, what we just need to do is to tidy it up and get them up into straight up for the printing on the same time for what do we call for proper documentation. So what do we do? So all this the flowers and every other thing that are here are not going to be used for this purpose for now. So what we do is that click on this and say right click, select all instance in this view and say you should hide everything, so you don't need it, hide the elements, so let them go. So the remaining ones are going to be here. Do the same thing for this one as well. You don't need to click, just hide the element in this view. So if you go, so you select this and select on instance, the same thing with the flowers, and say select this and then hide the elements, it will definitely leave. So that's for that. So this one you can decide to delete it if you don't need it, because we use it to create that sweep composition. So I'm deleting it for now. Leave it. So click on delete and let it go. So we left with the little adjustment on some of this. So what we need now is that we coordinate it and set it up for the proper view. So we get a section which is there, which is okay. So but if you don't want to be having the section line across the whole thing, just what we need to do is to break it down. So from here now you can just adjust it again by pulling it, just pull it out. So that line will be left without doing anything to it. So what we now left is what we are doing here to work with. You can check the section whether it still retain its quality, so you can check that they still maintain that position and every other. So we work on this one as well by putting the texture in place and a few other activities that need to be adjusted. So we'll go back to the floor plan. So first thing I need to do, when I'm doing a working drawing, I don't like this thick line to be there. So I have to change it to double line, which is what we work on for now. So if I have to change it to double line, on your visibility graphics, go to your view. At the view you see visibility graphics, you can press it, or on your keyboard you can press PG. So click to visibility graphics. So what I want to do is to use object style, because if I use this normal multiple overriding graphics plane, it's going to only work on this, on the view that I'm working on, but I want it to coordinate around. So let me even show you what I'm talking about if you have never been practicing this before. So like this, I want to turn this to double line. So I click here on the view. So what I do is cut override. So the line pattern and every other things are here. So what I do is select this overtone level on the view, which is on the wall. So you select this cut pattern. So cut pattern will be override and every other thing will be going like that. So what you do is to create the line and you say 6. So do that and apply and see whether it will go or not. So something is there, it's not going. The reason is that there is something that is attaching to it that is not giving it that quality expression. So what you need to do is to go back to the Fiji, click on that and click on object style. So at the object style you'll be able to do whatever you want to do. So on the wall, click on this default wall. So when you click on this default wall, it will pop up for you. So what you do next is that you go to graphics. At your graphics, which is the foreground, background, everything. So cut pattern is what we are going to work on. So cut pattern, you click on cut pattern and you are going to select none. So where do you see none is that you select, you move to the top and see no pattern. So at the no pattern you click OK and then you apply it and you see OK and everything will go. You see it now, the black parts of it, all this dark side will definitely disappear. What is not going? Press VG again. There's something there that is not giving us what we need. So press VG again on this object style. You can go back there. It's an experiment I need to perform and it's until the thing is done. So on the foreground is done. So background, I think okay, background is not selected. So you select background again and everything shall go. This time around it will. Yes. So what need now is to bring a tick line to this. When you click on this, you are going to see a tick line. But these are the fake tick line. So you go back to the Fiji and select a normal tick line from the object style. So now what you do is from the where is the cut pattern of the line width. So you click on that and select. So select the more thicker line like 7 and let it have it. So apply, click OK, click OK. Can you see? So it became more thicker and more thicker. So you can do the same more and more and more with this. By if you don't want to see it, so if you want more of this thickness, you can go on and do the same thing again. Object style. So come here and select from the 7 and make it thicker again. If you want it to be bigger than what you are seeing, 10 is okay. So you can select 10. You can see you get it more robust and things like that. So a lot of feasibility graphics work are being done, and these are the things you must work your line yourself on and your projected line and every other thing, so that you'll be able to have what you need to have. So all these things, there are so many other underlaying, sweep like corners, all those things are here for you to work, but the combination of what cut pattern is what we decided to work on here. And if you want it more to be more bigger and more thick, you can apply that and continue to create it more. So it's going to give you what you need and how you're going to do. So by the time you are printing it, the thickness is coming for you. But remember, the more bigger it is when you are printing, the more issue you get when you. So I enjoy you to focus mainly on the little one that you can control. So in the wall, select it and then just put to 7, which is actually what I normally use. So put it there and that's all. So we have this in place now and everything is in the right mode for our drawing. So what else do you need to do? You can go to section and see what I'm talking about. And imagine, so those things are already split and these things are already there. So for all this area that you have issue with, you know what to do to it. So let's go back and start putting things in order for the purpose of what we are doing here. So the next thing you need to do is to arrange all this thing for grid. So how do you go to grid? Please go to grid, then say grid line. So you can decide to do your grid 5 from when we are starting the drawing, but you can decide to do it last. It depends on you. So I'm going to change this one to number 1. Because that's my first grid line. I'm going to click similar and every other time will follow. It's continue to rename itself and the coordination coming and all evidence of a good draftings are in place. So align this one to the middle. Good. So select similar again, create this and create similar. It's going to come up with, so from that level. So we have 4 grid line here. So you would set the horizontal grid line by selecting this. So you change this one to A, cap lock A. Then you select again by continuing to work on this. So this one I think is okay because those things are like this one again. You need to have it as first. So this one you need to get it done again. So this one you fix it up at this level. You need to have like 5 bits or 6 bits here. So the last part you select, and this one that have because it's holding to your staircase edge, so you need to have a grid on that spot. So that is it. So these are the coordination that we're talking about in Revit and every other thing that you need to work with in a contemporary. So delete this line because I don't need it. So adjust this one to suit my position. So pick this one up again to select at this coordinated area. So as I've done with this one now, anti-room, bedroom, and every other room that I feel like, these are the words we need to do for now. So what else do I need to do is now starting the annotation by selecting and beginning to put dimension into where dimension is supposed to be. So here are the dimension for grid, here are the dimension for. So if you have a break of line like that, select this and say edit thickness is continuing from here, and you continue to adjust. So put it there. So that is it. So you do the same thing here for any area that you know that is necessary. So from edge to edge, you select that one to know the total dimension of the whole bit of the building that you are doing. So you do the same thing at here, this back and set. So after you have done with this, what you need next is the interior, that continuous consistent pattern of it. So you can bring it to the front. So after that, what you need is the interior dimension of the whole space. So you select that. This is for the anteroom. This is the dimension for the main living room. So this is how you bring your work to tidy and bring them for use. So for the dining, this is what you do. For this is what you have to put. So that is the next step is to know the interior dimension of each and every one of them. So after that, you follow another steps that are necessary. So this is what you do. You do the same thing here, you do the same thing here, you do the same thing in other areas. So this for the lobby, veranda, whatsoever you can call it. So after you have done this one, a dimension of this one, the working done are coming into place. You can so all this significant area, the halfway or something like that, you put them in dimensions and state the uses of them. So the next one is the door or whatsoever the wall. So if you don't want this one to be giving you headache, all what you just need to do is to now work with a magical flicks. So how do you do that? You select the, instead of individual reference, go to entire wall and pick options. The options you are going to pick is the width. Opening should be recognized. You are not doing with the grid or intersection of wall for now. You can decide to do intersection of wall if you want to, but let it just be that opening is being selected for now. So select this and you see the whole wall is picked and all the dimension of the openings are selected as well. So where you want to place them, you can place them here. So for this one as well, you do this in this position, you do this one here as well. So can you see? So this pattern will be selected and they will fix to their own position. So you can decide to do it this way. Your choice is what matters. So those are the things you need to work on. So select this one again, put it here, select this one, put it here. So pick up this area and set put it there. So pick up this area and put it there. So Revit is a very simple, unlike AutoCAD where you're going to be selecting all this one after the other. So these are the things you do. You can imagine that I have done a whole working drawing under how many minutes. So that is the way Revit work. That is how fast and how quick the coordination of those works and jobs can be. So that is what I'm encouraging, that you should always work with Revit and identify by time for it so that everybody will learn in that requirement. So when you have something like this, you can still edit this coordinating lines and things like that. So because all these ones that are joining together, we are much of something that you don't want, and some of the lines that are coming from far away can be. How do you do that? Just select any one of them and say edit the tag When you come to edit the type, you can come to gap element first. Line witness, what did you need to do? Select it and say fixed dimension line. Apply it and you see what is out here. So everything just left that position where the line is too long and the hot snap to that grid area. So take landmark, you can change this one and put it at 1. Apply that as well. You see the whole edging coordination. So as you have done this one, you want to change and fit the line witness, which is this. You can leave that one, control fixed line and every other thing. So width factor, you can just leave it in that way. For text size, that is what we want to work for now. You reduce the text size based on the how you want. So if you reduce this text size, it will reduce this number of things. So let us put it in 1 and apply. You see those texts are going to be reduced. Can you see that they reduce and they give gap to the, but you don't rely on this one until you put your work on the sheets, so that the sheets and the scale you use determine the how this one will be coordinated. So if you have this one now, you are okay with what you have done, and that is the tidying up space of what we are talking about. So all those areas that you do not need, you can hide them and save them in a position where they are necessary and needed. So see you in the next tutorial. After this one, we are able to do the whole 3D. Nobody will know that you dimension anything. So if you go anywhere, you're going to still have your work and everything in coordination, despite the fact that the 3D detail, the floor plans are in coordination.